Trace your finger across Russia's map, past the Urals and Siberia, and you'll reach Chukotka, the very edge of Eurasia, where Russia meets the Bering Strait. This is Russia's most remote, easterly territory, closer to Alaska than to Moscow, and a land of ultimate wilderness. Chukotka is a place where distance warps, polar bears wander into towns, and the northern lights dance for months. It's home to miners, soldiers, scientists, and above all, the Chukchi and Yupik peoples, who have thrived here for millennia. Let's peel back the layers and discover what it means to live at the edge of the world. Chukotka's landscape is a dramatic blend of tundra, jagged mountains and volcanic craters, shaped by fire and ice. This is a place where the Earth's ancient forces are still at work, sculpting the land in ways both violent and beautiful. The ground here tells stories of cataclysmic eruptions and relentless glaciers, of a world in constant transformation. Winters last over 8 months, with temperatures plunging to -40, and winds that sweep the tundra into whiteout blizzards. The cold is not just a season, but a force that shapes every living thing. For much of the year, the land is locked in silence, blanketed by snow and battered by icy gales that test the endurance of all who call this place home. Yet, when summer finally arrives, it brings a transformation as dramatic as any on Earth. The sun barely sets, casting a golden glow that lingers for weeks. Rivers and lakes burst with life, and the tundra erupts in a frenzy of color. Mosses, wildflowers, and lichens painting the ground in vivid hues. The air hums with insects and birds, and for a brief moment, the land feels almost gentle. The region is larger than France, yet its population could fit in a small stadium. Scattered across this immense wilderness are tiny villages, isolated outposts of humanity dwarfed by the sheer scale of the land. Life here is defined by distance and isolation. Between settlements there are only endless horizons, no roads, just days of travel. The journey from one place to another is an adventure in itself, whether by sled, snowmobile, or on foot. The land stretches on, unbroken and wild, challenging all who cross it. Water, frozen or flowing, defines everything. It's both lifeblood and barrier. Rivers and lakes are the veins of this land, providing sustenance but also creating obstacles that shift with the seasons. In winter, they become highways of ice. In summer, they teem with fish and life. This emptiness is filled with solitude and freedom, a reminder of nature's raw power. Here, the silence is profound, broken only by the wind or the distant call of a bird. It is a place where you can truly feel alone, yet deeply connected to the earth. Here, you feel your own smallness and the wild's grandeur. In Chukotka, the land itself is the main character, vast, untamed, and unforgettable. Chukotka's soul belongs to its indigenous peoples, the Chukchi and Siberian Yupik, who've mastered life in the Arctic for thousands of years. Reindeer herders roam the tundra in portable Urangas, while coastal hunters rely on the sea for whales and walrus. Their cultures are rich with stories, songs, and carvings, all rooted in survival and respect for the land. Russians and others, drawn here during the Soviet era, now share this frontier, adapting to its unique challenges. Together, they form a social fabric, where ancient traditions and modern life coexist. Life here is shaped by season and survival, not by clocks. The land itself sets the pace, with the endless tundra and the biting cold dictating every movement. Days are measured not in hours, but in tasks, fetching water, gathering firewood, tending to animals, and preparing for the next storm. The sun's low arc across the sky reminds everyone that daylight is precious, and every moment must be used wisely. Reindeer herders rise before dawn, migrate with their herds and gather in Urangas to share stories and warmth. Their lives are a constant journey, following ancient migration routes across the snow. Children learn from a young age to read the weather, to care for the animals, and to respect the traditions that have kept their people alive for generations. Evenings are spent around the fire, where laughter and tales echo through the tents, binding families together. Coastal villages spring into action when a hunt succeeds. Processing a whale is a communal event. Every part of the animal is used, and the entire community gathers to share in the bounty. These moments are more than just survival. They are celebrations of skill, teamwork, and the deep connection between people and the sea. Songs are sung and traditions are passed down as the work continues late into the night. In towns like Anadyr, routines are at the mercy of blizzards. A single storm can shut everything down. Streets empty, schools close, and families huddle indoors, waiting for the winds to die down. Yet, there is a quiet resilience here, a sense that life will resume, no matter how fierce the weather. People adapt, finding comfort in small routines and the company of neighbors. Supplies arrive by ship or plane, making even an apple a rare treat. The arrival of fresh goods is an event in itself, drawing crowds to the market and filling homes with excitement. Each delivery is a reminder of the vast distances that separate these communities from the rest of the world and of the ingenuity required to thrive here. People stay for many reasons: ancestral ties, high wages, or the peace found in this stark, silent land. Some are drawn by the promise of opportunity, others by the pull of family and tradition. For many, the landscape itself becomes a source of strength, offering solitude and a sense of belonging that is hard to find elsewhere. Community is essential. Neighbors rely on each other to endure the hardships, whether it's sharing food, helping to repair a home, or simply offering company during the long winter nights. These acts of kindness are the glue that holds life together. In a place where the environment can be unforgiving, human connection is a lifeline. It's a life of challenge, but also deep satisfaction. Here, every day is a testament to endurance, adaptability, and the quiet joys found in community and tradition. For those who call this place home, the rhythms of daily life are both demanding and deeply rewarding. Travel in Chukotka is an adventure in itself. There are almost no roads, and the only real gateway is by air. Flights to Anadyr are long, expensive, and often delayed by weather. Within Chukotka, small planes, helicopters, and boats connect scattered settlements, but schedules are at nature's mercy. In winter, frozen rivers become zimniki, ice highways for trucks and sleds. Every journey demands preparation and respect for the elements. A blizzard can turn travel deadly. Isolation shapes the region's psyche. Each plane or ship is a lifeline. Planning a trip to the mainland is a major, costly undertaking. This remoteness fosters self-reliance and a deep appreciation for every connection. Chukotka's cold is relentless. Buildings stand on stilts above permafrost, and water pipes run above ground to avoid freezing. Stepping outside means braving frostbite. The cold seeps into everything. Isolation is both physical and mental, especially during the endless winter darkness. Supplies must be stockpiled in summer. A missed shipment can mean real hardship. Fresh food is rare and expensive, and opportunities are limited to mining, government, or traditional ways. Wildlife, polar bears, wolves, adds another layer of danger. Many young people leave for better prospects, but those who stay need resilience and resourcefulness. Survival here is a constant balancing act with nature. Despite the hardships, Chukotka is rich in community and beauty. Neighbors help each other without hesitation. Mutual support is a way of life. The northern lights are a regular spectacle, and the landscape offers a deep connection to nature. Cultural life thrives. Festivals, storytelling, and music keep traditions alive. Events like the Beringia dog sled race unite communities across the tundra. Many residents find peace and freedom in the simplicity and silence of the land. For those who adapt, Chukotka offers a unique, rewarding way of life. The real story of Chukotka is told by its people. In this vast, windswept land at the edge of the world, every face, every voice, carries a piece of history and resilience. Here, life is shaped by the elements, by tradition, and by the unbreakable bonds of community. Yuri, a Yupik hunter, says, "The sea is our life. It feeds us. To leave would be to lose myself." For generations, his family has relied on the ocean's bounty, braving icy waters and unpredictable weather. The sea is not just a source of food, but a living connection to ancestors, to stories passed down through the ages, and to the rhythms of nature that guide every day. Elena, a doctor from St. Petersburg, found more than adventure. Here, everyone knows everyone. We rely on each other. It's real community. She came seeking a challenge, but discovered a place where neighbors become family, and where every act of kindness echoes through the village. In Chukotka, survival depends on trust, on sharing, and on the willingness to help, no matter the distance or the weather. Ivan, a reindeer herder, calls the city a cage. Here, my office is as big as the sky. This is freedom, even if it's hard. His days are spent guiding his herd across endless tundra, reading the land as his ancestors did. The work is grueling, the winters long, but the sense of space and purpose is unmatched. For Ivan, the tundra is both a challenge and a gift. A place where he can breathe, think, and truly live. Children learn their language and traditions, reading the snow as their ancestors did. From a young age, they are taught to listen to the wind, to track animals, and to honor the stories of their elders. These lessons are more than survival skills. They are the threads that tie each generation to the next, ensuring that the culture endures even as the world changes around them. A teacher in Pevek sums it up. People think we're crazy to live here. They see the cold, not the northern lights or the warmth of our community. She describes nights when the sky dances with color, and mornings filled with laughter and shared stories. For her, the true beauty of Chukotka lies not just in its landscapes, but in the spirit of its people, their humor, their hospitality, and their unwavering hope. Around fires and kitchen tables, elders share wisdom with the young, passing on songs, legends, and the skills that have kept their people strong. These moments of connection are the heartbeat of Chukotka, weaving together past and present. These voices reveal a life that's challenging but deeply meaningful. Every hardship faced is met with determination, and every joy is celebrated together. In Chukotka, happiness is found in small victories, a successful hunt, a child's laughter, a shared meal after a long day. Resilience, tradition, and a sense of belonging define Chukotka. Festivals and ceremonies bring the community together, honoring ancestors and celebrating the cycles of nature. Through dance, music, and ritual, the people reaffirm their identity and their connection to this land. The wealth here isn't measured in money, but in connection, to land, to people, to history. Every stone, every patch of moss, every artifact tells a story of endurance and adaptation. The land itself is a living memory, holding the footsteps of those who came before. The silence, the light, the shared struggle, these are the treasures of the edge of the world. In the stillness of dawn, or the glow of midnight sun, there is a sense of peace and possibility that can't be found anywhere else. For many, leaving would mean losing a part of themselves. The land is in their blood, the stories in their hearts. Even when life is harsh, the pull of home is stronger than any hardship. Chukotka's people show us what it means to truly belong. Their strength lies in unity, in shared purpose, and in the pride they take in their heritage. Their stories are the heartbeat of this wild land, a testament to the enduring spirit of those who call the edge of the world their home. Chukotka is a barometer for our planet. Arctic warming, melting permafrost, and shifting weather here are global warning signs. Scientists gather vital data, but the indigenous Chukchi and Yupik hold generations of wisdom about living sustainably in the Arctic. Their knowledge offers lessons in adaptation and respect for nature, crucial as the world faces environmental crises. Chukotka challenges our ideas of a good life, showing fulfillment in community, nature, and simplicity. Protecting this place means preserving both a wild landscape and a unique human heritage. Chukotka reminds us that true strength is found in adaptation, not conquest. The edge of the world has much to teach, if we're willing to listen.